Hey guys, so I thought I'll just update you guys with how the quarantine has been going on. So I think it's been about more than a week since I came. It's been like about, I think today is day 8 or day 9 or something. And also Singapore has just announced a couple of days ago that they are reducing the quarantine period from 3 weeks to 2 weeks, so it's no longer going to be a 21-day quarantine. Instead, it's going to be just a 14-day quarantine, which is awesome in some ways, but then I think I'm kind of really miss this hotel room, so I'm not that excited about leaving this place, because I was like, in my head I was prepared for 21 days, so I kind of had a to-do list of what I'm gonna be doing for the 21 days, and I kind of need like peace for that, and I don't know how it's gonna be settling in another country and getting all that work done. So I'm just a little bit disappointed, although I am glad that I'm gonna be getting some real oxygen and real air. So the past 9 days have just been confined inside this suite. So this is the room. Okay, you can only see my bed, but then in a few minutes you're actually going to be able to see the whole room tour. I'm going to give you a nice room tour, and because I've been living in a suite, I think that's the only reason I'm not really complaining much, because otherwise I know that everybody else has just been waiting to get out of here. The type of room that you were gonna get can honestly make or break your experience. This was our first room that we initially got upon checking in, and it was a complete disaster. The room was so small, nobody could even stay there for more than a day. That was the bathroom which I'm showing you, and that is the room, and that is it. That is it. There was no space to even keep our luggage. So I'm just gonna go into a couple of things that you need to know, or you gotta be prepared with, and then after that I'm gonna go straight into the room tour. Okay, and the next very important thing that a lot of people you'll have to be prepared is the food. So you can actually give your dietary preferences in during the check-in, and of course you can always change it later, but then you have to tell them 1 day before, or sometimes if you actually wait until the evening, it's like 2 days before. So whatever changes you want to make, whatever requests you have, try to do it in the day, like during your working hours, otherwise it can take a long time for them to process. So the meal options that they had were actually, I didn't know this before. They just asked me what I wanted, and then I said I wanted Indian veg, and then for my mom I just said that she'll have halal. So when the food came, I think this is gonna be very hotel specific. It completely depends on which hotel you're staying in, and it depends on the kind of restaurants which are around you. So for us it was like halal was basically Malay food, and Indian veg was Indian veg food. And for the first couple of days, actually Indian veg food was really good. Okay, no, erase that. It wasn't really good, it was okay. Like, it wasn't like throwable. But the halal food which my mom got was like it was Malay food, so it kind of had, I think they add like fish sauce or shrimp sauce or something like that in everything. So it kind of has a smell if you're not used to it, especially if you're just eating Indian non-veg, then it kind of has a little bit of smell which you don't generally get in Indian non-veg, because I think they add fish sauce and everything. So that was a bit of a problem. So she changed to Indian non-veg. And then I just about 2-3 days ago I changed to Western veg, and because Indian veg was really, it was okay in the beginning, or maybe I just wasn't able to taste it. Like, they had different kind of they had paneer, and they had a tofu, and they had like saag and all that. I was super excited, but after that it was like really weird vegetables. I don't know. I mean, it was bad. It was really bad. I couldn't. So I changed to Western veg, and I'm gonna be showing you pictures. I'm gonna be inserting clips and pictures of what kind of food we've been getting every now and then. But basically what I found was Western veg was the best, because after Indian veg, like, So okay, so the problem in Indian is what they do is they give you, even Malay food like halal food, they give you rice. So that's the main reason why I shifted away from Indian to Western, was because they give you rice, and we're not used to eating rice. Okay, I mean, a lot of people think that Indians just eat rice, but that's not true actually. Like, I think some South Indians always eat rice, but that's not true for all Indians. So it's only for breakfast. You get some roti, chapati, chole, chana bhatura, like that. But for lunch and dinner, you get like so much rice, and then you get 3 sabzis, which are like so, like, it's not enough. It's basically not enough. The gravy and the sabzi or dal that they give you is absolutely not enough for the rice that they give you. And in Indian non-veg, the problem is that it's just, I mean, it just wasn't good. Like Indian veg and non-veg, it was just not good. But my mom's kind of like keeping up with it because she's already tried Malay, and then she already tried Chinese veg, and Chinese veg is like, oh my god, no. We literally just threw away the food. For us, it was a no-go for us. Anyways, I mean, if you're like from India, you suddenly eat Chinese veg, it's not gonna work out. But you can always, I mean, this is the food that they give you by default, and if you want to change to something else, you cannot ask the hotel to give you. You can actually order from Grab or something. Grab is like Zomato, Swiggy in India. I don't know how Grab works because I haven't used Grab, and because I don't have, like, I don't know, I'm still new here. I really don't know, but I've heard that you can actually order from wherever you want. And the thing is, I don't know what works here, right? Like, I can't order from anywhere. I can't order from a restaurant. I don't know how it's gonna taste. So I was just like, no, I'm just gonna stick with this. It's just for a few days. And then like, I have friends and family who are so sweet and kind enough to bring us food made at home. So that's kind of been keeping us alive. So that's kind of the gist of the food. You know, life would have been so much easier for us if I would have just gotten my achar ka bottle. Okay, there's only one achar in the world that I eat, and I didn't bring that. And I don't know from where to get achar right now. So if you have those kind of like achar, or if you're like from South India, you have that dal powder, that gunpowder, no, sorry, the dal puri and all, you can probably bring that. Your life's gonna be so much more easier. So please stock up on something like that. We didn't do any of those because I just like had my luggage to bring. I didn't have any extra space for food, and I didn't even think about food. So yeah, that's gonna make your life a lot easier if you don't know people here, and if you don't have like if you don't know where to order from like me, then please bring your staples so that you can always get yogurt from them. So you can, if you're just eating like dahi chawal, and you can just add some achar, that's much better. Honestly, that's much better than the food that they're giving you. So that was the only complaint. Other than that, the room has been awesome, and without further ado, I'm gonna go in and show you guys the room. So that is the entrance of our hotel suite, and that is where they would actually place our food bags. There are 2 bags, one for me and one for my mom, and that was the only time I was ever opening and closing the door, and you're not allowed to step out of the door after that, beyond that point. And onto the left of the bedroom, we had a pretty decent sized bathroom actually, and with all the stuff that you're gonna need except for one very important thing. We had a weighing scale, and there were 2 taps, and then you get your usual vanity stuff. You get your shaving kit, your shower cap, your dental kit, toothbrush, toothpaste, etc. And the 2 taps, one of which was for drinking water, the smaller one, and the other one was for regular water. I wasn't really sure why they had a separate drinking water. I didn't know at the time that you could actually, all the water over here, you could actually drink it, and then despite of that, they still had 2 different taps. Maybe they had another filtration process for the drinking water, I don't know. And that was the bathtub, and then you have your usual shampoo, conditioner, body wash, standard 4-star, 5-star hotel bathroom service. So that was one of the entrances to the bathroom, and the other one was actually on looking the bedroom, which was pretty cool actually. Totally unnecessary, but really cool. and that is our beautiful bedroom, and that is the living room entrance. I'm sorry, the orientation is just gonna go haywire for just a second. So from the living room, you could actually go to the bathroom and to the bedroom as well. And I'm just gonna take a minute first to show you the beautiful view. It's very rare that you can actually see this kind of a view in Singapore nowadays, because every empty land they get, they usually have some construction project going on, which I can actually see on looking that they are planning to build something. But for the moment, we had a very beautiful green view. I was very happy about it. And then you have these plug points on either side of the bed. The reason I'm actually saying this is because we didn't know that the stool was covering it, and the other one was on the other corner of the bed. It's in the corner of the room, so you can't really see it. It was like shut. And we thought that we didn't have enough, and the only ones I was using in the beginning was behind the TV and behind the phone. So there was one international plug, like every standard hotel, and the other ones everywhere was on the floor. And this is a very refreshing breath of fresh air from the Bangalore traffic that I'm very used to. There was hardly much traffic on the roads. So this is our beautiful living room slash dining room. Again, I'm taking you to the view because that was what kept us alive for the whole period. And then they had a kind of a bench against the window, which was really nice on both the sides. We had a corner room, so we had windows on both the sides, which was amazing. And that bench was also amazing. If you wanted to do yoga, you want to do exercise, or you're just tired of sleeping on the bed, you can just spend time there, chill there, have your coffee, chai, food, and look outside. Really, really, really nice. So I just used to chill there like that. And then to the rest of the room. Okay, that's my mom doing something. She's probably cutting fruits or something. And that is the dining area. Even though that might look small, the dining area, I swear, is the star of the show. Apart from the view. Why? I'll show you now. Because you practically had everything you would ever need in a service apartment. That was the induction stove. We had a big one and a small one. And then we have that pan. I don't know why we have it, because you can't use it anyways. And we had a microwave. And the microwave was truly a blessing, again, for a very important reason. I'll tell you again why. And these cabinets had so much space. Like, this was in a hotel. Why would you ever need so much space in a hotel? The longest guests in this hotel were probably quarantine guests, and you still don't need that kind of space. And those were the pots and pans, in case you wanted to cook something. Again, given upon request. You're not really going to have all these things laid out in front of you, but whatever you need, you can ask, and if they can, it shall be given to you. And that is really big. We never used it. The other pan, we actually ended up using it to make Maggi and omelette and all that. And this was just snacks that was sent to us over. Okay, the reason the microwave was a big blessing was that our breakfast was to come at 7 a.m., lunch at 12, and dinner at 7 p.m. So unless you're the kind of person who eats your breakfast and lunch at 7 a.m., 12 noon, and 7 p.m., your food is going to get super cold. It was already a big fiasco. So at least having hot food is such a blessing. And that is the refrigerator, again, so amazing. So much space. Totally unnecessary, but so cool to have. So if you wanted to heat milk, make coffee. Okay, so these 200 ml juices, we used to get it with every single meal except for Western veg, because they used to give you yogurt. You didn't get any juice along with it. So they gave you some pretty cool drinks as well, and that is the kitchen sink. And they also gave you mugs. Those coffee mugs were given by the hotel. The cutlery was given by the hotel upon request. Again, everything was upon request. You're not going to get forks and spoons unless you ask them. Detergent, sponges, everything you could ask them and you would get it. So these were actually pretty small, so they gave us about 4 of them. And this is the dining table. It looks really simple, but it was very, very good for utility because I was studying on that, I was working on that, we were eating on that. It was amazing. Okay, so now the kitchen is the star of the show, but this washer dryer was the ultimate showstopper of the whole suite because I actually packed in clothes for 21 days because we had 21-day quarantine, and it was completely not at all required because I was just washing and drying my clothes. Though it's just a 8 kg, 5 kg, every 3 days if you wash your clothes, dry it, it's good as new. And there's so much storage space again. So much storage space, I don't know why. So this was a dustbin which I didn't open and see, so I was actually lying out the rubbish in just a plastic bag and throwing it out, but you had a dustbin as well. And then you had 3 drawers onto the left side of that area, which I didn't open and show because it's just 3 drawers. So that was pretty much our room. We enjoyed it so much. I don't know when we're gonna stay in a hotel room like that for 2 weeks, but I completely enjoyed it. Okay, so the first thing that you gotta be prepared with is your budget, because you will have to be paying for not just your quarantine but also your tests, which can turn out very expensive. So initially in the 21-day it was supposed to be 3 tests. One is upon your arrival, one is on your 14th day, and the third one on your 21st day. But since they made it 14 days, it's only going to be the 14th day, and if you are good, then you're good to go. So there's just going to be 2 tests, and also the 14th day test is not going to be $227, as I said earlier in my first video, because I don't think there's going to be an ART test. There's only going to be an RT-PCR test, and that's just going to be $125 or $160. It depends on I don't know what it depends on, but I know that the 14th day test just cost $125 because I already spoke to the ICA, that is the Immigrations and Checkpoints Authority, but then the one which they did upon arrival costed us $160. I don't know why that price difference was there, but it is there. So probably it may vary, so you guys just just check it out for you exactly. Okay, so another very common question that I was getting after my first video was whether you can actually choose your room, choose the hotel that you're gonna stay in. And no, you can't. You're actually not gonna know which hotel you're gonna be staying in until they take you to the hotel. So nobody's gonna tell you from the hotel. I think they just assign you from the airport. They actually just assign you to some hotel. I don't think that they tell you that you're gonna be in this or that hotel. Maybe I think if you have like some very particular concerns, then probably you can let them know. I don't know where exactly you can let them know, because there was no particular counter in which there was like an accommodation query kind of a counter or anything like that, because everything was just about the COVID testing and just about the COVID procedures, and that's about it. After the entire thing, they just take you out. Like I said in my last video, they take you out to the baggage screening counter, which is outside of the airport, and then directly they take you to the bus. So once you're in the bus, nobody tells you where you're going. And I am new to Singapore, so I had no idea where I was going. But then in the background, I heard a couple of people saying that हमें लग रहा है कि ये रोड में जा रहे हैं तो ये होटल होगा, मगर मुझे कुछ नहीं पता था. So I only just found out which hotel I was in after I came to the hotel. And also I didn't know where. I had to check in, log into Wi-Fi. Only then I knew which area I was in. So no, you can't choose your hotel. But if you have some reservations or some concerns, then probably you can let your reception staff know, and maybe they'll try to accommodate you in some other hotel. Like for instance, there was somebody who was asking for a smoking room, and none of the rooms in this hotel had a balcony. To suppose you want windows where you can hotels where you can actually open the windows, then and if that was a very, very urgent concern of yours, probably you can actually tell the authorities that you're having some sort of difficulty not being able to open the windows for like so many days, then maybe they'll actually put you in a different hotel. In our hotel, you can't open the windows, so I've not had, like, I don't know, a lot of people have also been asking me how the weather is in Singapore, whether it's hot, whether it's like okay, you know, bahut garmi hai, bahut thandi hai. I don't know, honestly. I haven't been exposed outside, and they've also been asking me about the humidity. I have got no clue. So it's weird, like it's been more than a week and I really have got no clue how this place feels. Okay, so you guys saw how amazing our room was, and that's kind of why I don't want to leave this suite, because I had like planned work for like 21 days and now I'm only here for 14 days, so I gotta like figure out the rest of the time, the rest of the work that I had planned to do in this. Like I really am able to get into the zone over here, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, but yeah, whatever. And obviously we're so fortunate that we got this room, because the first room that we got, I talked about it in my previous video, was like shit. And the moment I asked them, they actually just the moment I requested them, I just said something that this room is too small or something, and in about 15-20 minutes they actually changed our room. They were nice enough to do that. But I mean, I can say that they are nice enough to do that, but then I can also say that they were really stupid to give us that room initially. But I think it's kind of like a cost-cutting strategy, because people who are new, I don't think everybody's actually gonna ask for a room change, because even I was like feeling a little apprehensive to ask for a room change. I was just like, okay, this is what they've given me and this is where I should be. But that room was like unlivable, and some people might actually just be like, okay, they've given me this room and this is where I'm gonna be. But don't do that. If you have a problem, just call the reception and tell them. I mean, don't like over exploit it, but if you have a genuine problem, just tell them. So that's what I did. That room was like a no-go. So once I told them, they shifted us to the suite, which I'm so grateful for. So the whole of your quarantine period, you're gonna meet nobody. So they're gonna keep your food outside. They're not gonna come in, they're not gonna change, they're not gonna clean, they're not gonna do anything. So everything that happens is gonna be done by you. So you have to actually ask them for this brooms to like do the sweeping, the mopping. Also ask them for a vacuum cleaner, which I didn't because I didn't need it. There's no dust. But sweeping, yeah, you kind of, because we eat, so I do sweep like twice, once in 2 days, or sometimes every day, because I've become a clean freak after coming here. And also like changing your bed sheets after the end of 1 week. We actually changed it, and the most difficult part was like changing this quilt over here. So the sheets, the pillowcases, everything has to be changed by you. And also the most difficult part was changing this quilt. So everything's kind of gotta be done by you. And okay, I'm including this even though this is not a room tour, but it's kind of an overview of the experience of quarantining in a hotel. So obviously throughout the pandemic, you haven't really seen your loved ones for a long time, probably a couple of years. So throughout the pandemic and even before that, my father actually moved to Singapore and we haven't met him in a long time. And this was how we met him. Finally, after 2 years, we were looking at him from the 17th floor and he was just waving at us from down there. It was kind of a weird emotional moment for me and my mom, because I don't know how to explain it in words. After really waiting to be able to travel, and then you finally make the travel and then you see one of your parents, it's kind of weird. And then this was my college roommate, who I'm able to hardly see. So she had also come to drop off some food and some snacks for me, and there she is waving at me. Now moving on to other points of the hotel experience. By the end of I think on the 7th or 8th day, the hotel staff actually called me to check if everything is okay, whether we need anything. and they said, and I didn't have anything to complain about except for the food. And the food is not even from the hotel. They actually just have a tie-up service with some caterers or some other cafe or something nearby, and then they get you the food. So I don't know how they're actually gonna improve upon that, but that was my only qualm. And the other thing was, if you are desi, then you know that you will have the problem, like, I mean, anywhere you travel abroad, you will probably have the problems in the toilet. You will need hand shower, hand pump, which you will not have, so be prepared for that. I completely forgot about it, and over here there was no water, and I was like, oh my god. So we were like using water bottles, but if you need a mug or something, you can ask the hotel. Hotel didn't have it, so I had to ask someone to bring it for us. Okay, and the other thing, so ICA, the Immigration Checkpoints Authority, they're gonna call you almost every day. They're gonna call you, I mean, it's just gonna be a 2-minute call. Basically, they just want to check that you're in your room and you haven't like disappeared somewhere else. They will call you and they'll be like, please confirm the last four digits of your IC number. And then you have to tell them, and then they'll be like, where are you, which hotel are you in, what's your room number, and then they'll tell you to do a video call and show your surroundings of your room, and then they'll just verify that you're actually in the room and you've not gone off somewhere, which is weird because like, how can you just run off from the hotel? So right outside our room, they've actually kept those little tables, you know, like a barrier, so that we don't like jump out of the room and go. And even if we were going, you know, we need like the lift access and everything. Unless you're like a criminal or something, they have actually made it pretty difficult for you to just run away from here. So, but in spite of that, the ICA people call you every single day. Sometimes they call you on your phone, sometimes they call you on your WhatsApp number. If you don't have a local number, you can always give them a WhatsApp number. They actually prefer a WhatsApp number because they're gonna give you a video call, and then they'll call you to a hotel room. You can expect a call like usually in the morning. They want to finish these kind of weird duties in the morning, so before 10 o'clock. Pretty much what you need to know about staying in quarantine in a hotel in Singapore. So I'm gonna be seeing you guys again soon anyways. Whether I make the third video or not, I'll be definitely be making more makeup videos and makeup reviews and going back to my usual content. So subscribe to my channel if you're interested in that kind of content. Until then, see you guys, take care and stay safe. Bye bye.